What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Tryhard bringing you another video on a roll. This is the second video of the week, and I know what you guys are thinking. This guy's wearing the same clothes. He is dirty. No.
Wait a minute.
I'm just recording multiple videos in one sitting so I can get more content out for you guys. No, I'm not dirty, okay?
I feel good.
So today's video, I got a great video for you guys. It's a big video for me. So we made $35,000 trading.
Seriously?
2 weeks ago, and I was gonna do a review over that trading week. I was gonna go over the best trades. I'm gonna give you guys what happened to me since this was with funding talent. The bad news that happened was they ended up going bankrupt or something. No! So we didn't get the full payout, but either way, it was a good week. So I want to review the week, go over the trades, show you guys what was going through my mind, and then ended up what happened with the account. Did I ever get paid out? Did they give me any money? I'll save that for the ending. First and foremost, let's move on to our plugs, and then we'll start with the video. As always, guys, can't get into the video without the plugs. First and foremost, like always, Signal Group's mentorship group. It's in the description down below if you guys want to trade alongside me, if you guys want to be looking at the trades that I'm looking at, if you guys need help passing your challenge, which we were doing our FTMO challenge. Passed phase 1. Now we're just waiting for our credentials for phase 2. I passed that along with the Signals group. So if you were in the Signal groups and you were copying my trades, should have passed phase 1 as well. That's fine. We're doing phase 2. So if you guys want to jump in on that, definitely sign up. Second thing, guys, Discord. There's a Discord community, non-stop trading. My boy Busy and Senpai have been going crazy. There's 2,000 plus members, I think now. Woo! So you guys want to join a free community. The Discord is free. Everybody go join in. You guys want to talk with other traders. You want to give out ideas. There's some classrooms that are in there. I'll host some classrooms in there sometimes. So if you guys want to join that, I'll leave it in the description down below too. That is free. All right, guys. So now we'll get into the video. All right, guys, I have the charts pulled up here. So before we get started on the video, I'm gonna give you guys a little background information on going on for this week. This was a couple of weeks ago, so I had to look through my trades. So I'm gonna have my trades up on the screen right here on the side of the video. I'm gonna have screenshots in the video that I took while I was trading this. So for the week, we ended up with 33,388. And that was because we took a couple losses in the end of the week, because as I was trading this account is when the email broke about funding talent. So I was already in a trade and I had to get out of it. So even if the trade would have gone my way, I had to get out of it right away because funding talent canceled their challenge program. So we had to get out of there right away once we get that email. So it's 33,388 with 95 cents profit made. Our best trades were gold and GJ. So right now I have gold pulled up. So that's what we're going to go over with. So gold netted us about 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's about $6,000 in gold. And then I'm gonna have it on board so you guys can see it anyways, what I'm looking at. I'm just gonna go over the trade. A little background for most of you guys that don't know funding talent. That was the platform that I was using. That's the one I was telling everybody to join up with since it seemed pretty good. In the end, they ended up going bankrupt, I think it was, and they canceled their challenge program. And we were having a big old mess with the payouts and all that stuff. And as for me, as you can see, a 33K payout was a big deal since we didn't know whether we were getting paid or not or anything like that. But I'll tell you guys what happened in the end. Right now, let's go over this trade, this gold trade. If you guys watched my previous video, I told you I love the trend lines. So these white lines you're looking at right here are these trend lines. So it was a pretty simple trade. Price broke under the trend line. So I was waiting for price to come back above. If they come back above, I'm gonna draw my lines right around here. As you guys can see, is more of a support turned into a resistance. But remember, we can't see this yet. This hasn't happened over here on the right side, right? So I'm just going based off what happened over here on the left side, right? So price broke above, and now retesting around this area right here, right? I have my trend line built. So my thought process going into this is, hey, my trend line's right here. Price will more than likely just bounce off my trend line. I knew it was going to buy into too long. I know the buy it wasn't time for the buy yet. So I know price wasn't going to go way above 1,800 and stuff like that. So we were in here for a quick in and out. That's why I have multiple positions stacked onto this gold trade right here. Here is exactly how I set it up. My entries were at 1769, 67, 63. So right around here, 63, and then 64, 69. So I started adding more positions as the trade started going my way. Now remember, when you're stacking positions like this, one rule to follow is before you add another position, the previous position needs to be at break even. So you keep that risk at 1%. So for every trade I do, I risk 1%. So if I add another position, now I'm risking 2%. If my first position is at break even, then I'm good, because if that stops me out, I don't lose nothing. I'm still at 1%. So every time I add a new position, my previous position becomes a break even. So my risk stays the same no matter how many positions I add. All right, just want to get that out of the way so if you guys see all that stacking that's going on in the video. So that's pretty much all that happened in this trade right here. It was more of a scalp. I wasn't really going for a swing trade on this, like I told you guys. So price broke below the trend line. I knew that wasn't going to hold too long, so I waited. Price went back up, retested this, started shooting up, retested again. So now with this retest again, I'm noticing, hey, price is touching this resistance turn support very nicely. So I'm gonna buy in. I was waiting for price to go a little bit above. That's why you see that we don't have the entry down here in this wick. I was waiting for price to come back up above the trend line. As soon as price broke above the trend line, I put in my buy positions and then I stacked it on the way up. And then we held to 1774, I think it was. 1773 is what we held to. So this was one of the major trades that we took that got me that 33K payout. All right, guys. And how long are we going on this video? So long, 3 minutes. So I'm gonna go over one more trade with you guys. All right, guys, I switched it up for you guys. Now we're back looking at GJ. This was my other big trade that we have for this account, which was 11,145 made on this trade right here. Now this is a beautiful trade because if you guys have watched my previous video, I'm not doing anything different. I'm going over the same thing I said in that one video. You see, you have support, you have the trend line, you have a pattern going on here. So shoulder, head, shoulder, bam, inverse head and shoulder, textbook trade. Okay. So what I did on this one was I was waiting for price to hit this resistance and bounce, right? You see this huge candle right here, this huge bounce that happened right here. Up break, I already knew, hey, price wants to go up, right? But I knew it was going to retest. Now, if I would have bought in up here or up here, I wouldn't have been comfortable because price already seemed to boost it off there. So I was waiting for a retest. So price started working its way back down, This is where I started getting my entries right here at these wicks right here. So as you can see, this was about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 15 candles. 15 candles and price hasn't really moved. So it was in a range. So price was in this range, but I knew, hey, I knew what was going on here. I saw the shoulder forming, I saw the head forming. So I knew the next level that we wanted to catch was right around here. Bam. So I knew that's what it was at. So that's where I took my entry. I put my stop loss way below the previous shoulder. So that way we could be safe just in case price does wick out. It doesn't stop me out, right? Price started moving our way now. Now, once price started moving our way, I knew, hey, I had a great entry on this price. Now, I got to start zooming out and seeing where my take profit was going to be. In reality, I would have really wanted to take this trade all the way up here. Since I am a swing trader, I would have been able to hold this for that far. But when you're trading a prop firm, and then since a lot of sketchy stuff was going on with funding talent, that they weren't paying out and doing all that stuff, I didn't want to hold it too long because that would have been too big of a profit margin, and I knew they wouldn't have paid me out. So I didn't want to go too crazy with it. So I ended up closing at 157.84. So right around here is when I exited my trade, which in reality, I would have never wanted to close this trade. I really would have wanted to hold this trade up here onto this next resistance, which if you guys want to notice, eventually it did hit up here. So we would have maxed out over there, but we'll take what we can. We don't want to get too greedy on it. So this price, like I said, nothing new. Everything that I've been teaching the same way. It got on a support. We had a trend line with it. Perfect head, inverse head and shoulder pattern. Our risk management was great. As you can see, we were risking 13 pips. So on a one lot, there's $130. I was in there with the A lot. So we were holding the A lot in there. So do the math. That's pretty easy. That's perfect risk reward. That's all we have to do. Keep the trade simple. Don't complicate your trading. Don't add no crazy indicators. Don't do nothing crazy stuff like that. If you guys want, I'll leave in the description below. This right here, you guys can see my camera. These chart patterns that I have on my screen right here. This is my third monitor. I always keep those patterns on there just to keep myself reminded of all the different patterns. These patterns work great, as you can see. Textbook inverse head and shoulder right here. All right, guys, that's it for that. We're gonna go to our outro. I'm gonna tell you guys what ended up happening with the payout, and then that'll be the end of this video. Thank you, guys. All right, guys, so for the ending reveal, everybody wondering whether did I get paid out the 33K or did I not get paid out. So what ended up happening, I'll show you guys the email from Funding Talent that they sent out to us traders that are under their challenge program. In the end, I did not get paid out the full 33K. They ended up only paying out like 20%, which I think was even lower than that when I initially got the payout. Bad news in the end is I didn't get paid out. I think they sent over like 7,500. That I did get paid out of my 33K. Which sucks, but I mean, it's a lesson and it's motivation. As you see, we got 33K, so we just got to do it again. It sucks, but it's what happens when you're trading with a prop firm. We're moving over to FTMO since we want something more secure. It was my fault initially for signing up with a program like Funding Talent that was new. Didn't have too good of a reputation. So now we're moving to FTMO. So hopefully we won't have these problems anymore. I put a screenshot up of the payout and then of hitting my bank account and all that, so other people see that what did they end up paying out. Alright, guys, thank you for watching the video. Subscribe, like the video, comment down below any other type of videos you want, and I'll be working on those all week. Thank you, guys. See you next time.